Okay, I guess we can move on to songs in general that she's been in so far, which have only been Help Me, Happy Daisaksen, which honestly, I don't even know if I said that right, but honestly I have heard that maybe twice, so we aren't going to spend much time on that. Daisuki dakara zettai ni yurusanai, and Brainstorming, which if you have not seen that video yet, go watch it. It's only the loose shot, but it's still, it has the full song, so if you have no idea what we're talking about, feel free to check that out before you watch this so you don't have to get spoiled. I actually do that for any of the songs mentioned. Anyway, I was really, okay, with how much publicity Sakura got when she debuted, I was pretty much gonna flip a table if she didn't get at least one solo in her debut. Not because I liked her that much, which I did, but I mean, it didn't have to do with that. It had to do with the fact they got all the fans so excited about her. To not give her any spotlight in her debut would pretty much have been an entire waste of their time.
Yeah, but I figured they were going to do something, because, you know, it was one of the one-person generations, and they always, like, overhype the one-person generation. I mean, think about Gotomaki, Kasumi Koharu. They always do something really awesome.
Overhyped in the actual group.
She was overhyped in general, not necessarily in the actual group.
Oh, I know. I get what you mean. But still, yeah. Other than... No, actually, the only one who's gotten much actual lines in the group that was a one-person generation was Gotomaki, because both Kusumi Koharu... Well, no, because even Mitsuya Aika got awesome lines in her debut. She didn't get to sing much. She only had, like, 2 solos, and that's all she sang, but they were some pretty badass solos.
Yeah, and I mean, she continued to have at least a couple solos.
In the rest of her career.
Yeah. But think about it. I mean, Ego, yes, Nude, she had at least 2. She had one in Kanashimi Twilight. I don't think she had one in Onna ni Sachiare.
The only one who didn't have one in Onna ni Sachiare was actually Sayumi.
Yeah.
I remember that because when I first got into the group, I watched a parody of it. Or not parody, but with the parody subtitles. And towards the end... it was Gaki's line. They subbed it with... Michishige Sayumi hasn't even gotten a solo yet, or something. It was awesome. But,
yeah.
Basically, my point is, when Help Me came out, I really wasn't expecting much. Pretty much once I started watching it the first time, because, the auto-tune kind of turned me off at first. But, when it got to Sakura solo... my mouth pretty much dropped because I hadn't realized exactly how low her voice was. And, like, they didn't really use auto-tune on it, but they used some kind of effect that kind of almost gave it an echoey sound to it or something. I don't really remember. But it made it sound like a really dramatic when compared with the rest of the actual song. And I was, like, really pleasantly surprised with it.
Yeah, I liked it too, because when I watched her audition video, I was not impressed, because whatever song she was singing, it's like she would sound really good for a short amount of time, and then for another short amount of time, she would be real pitchy and gross sounding, and then she would sound good again, and then real pitchy, and then good again and pitchy. So when she actually came in sounding really powerful and strong and awesome and helped me, I was like, okay, I didn't like you when I saw your audition video. But you're working on me. You sound better now.
Yeah, to be honest, after Generation 9, Generation 10, and Smilage Generation 2, I was sick of auditions, so I did not follow Generation 11 audition, at all. I never followed the auditions. When the announcement video came out with Sakura that had, the 11 minutes of her going through, I didn't even know what it was, and I thought it was all of the finalists, and I was like, man, she sure gets a lot of time. This video is almost half over. And it wasn't until, later that day that I saw people posting about it on Facebook, and they were like, she got in. I was like, how do they know that? And then I went and watched the rest of the video, and I was like, oh! I felt like such an idiot.
It's okay, I never follow the auditions. Usually it's just kind of like when the next single comes out, I'm like, oh, hey, yeah, there were new people. Or when people are like, hey, there's a new generation, I'm like, okay, I don't know anybody's name. Start naming them and I'll start learning.
Exactly. That's why I really liked how they had so many member colors recently. It's really helped with learning Generation 10's faces, to be honest.
That is so true. Like, the thing I loved most about Gen 9, and I know it's coming back like a little bit, but when they did Maji desu Kasuka, everybody got a solo, and so it was like, oh, I got this. They have solos in the same places in both verses, and they didn't change, like, outfits, really, during the song too much.
Well, they had
so
two outfits each, but it was also really helpful because none of the outfits matched perfectly, like with...
Exactly.
With, for instance, if they had the Help Me outfit and then one of them, it would be a pain in the butt. But seeing as both of them were almost completely different, I mean, they had all the same outfit, it just was different colors and stuff. It made it a lot easier to kind of learn faces and names.
But yeah, like with 1, 2, 3, and then when, was it like the album that they had all their colored dresses? Yeah, a colorful character where they have all their colored dresses. I'm just like... Yay, colors.
Yeah.
You're so lovely.
It helps that Generation 11 was only Sakura because there's only one miscellaneous face now that we've had the chance to learn all the others. So it's like, oh, if I don't know your face, you're probably Sakura.
So, I know this is off topic, but speaking of all the, new generations, is the next one going to be the next generation of cute?
I doubt it. I actually heard I don't know if it was a rumor or something, because I didn't hear it from a reliable source by any means, but I heard from somebody that at some point, I think during one of their streams, Cute actually said if any of their members graduate or if they're forced to get any new members, they're gonna disband. Because they've been together for so long the way they are, they don't want to have to change. They'd rather, true. If one person had to quit or if they had to add new people, they'd rather just say, well, it was fun while it lasted.
Hey, maybe they should do something better and they should bring back the 3 old good people and take care of some of the less desirable current members.
Don't go and hate on Cute while we're talking about Sakura.
Okay!
Anyway.
Cut it out anyway!
Anyway, moving on to,
Holy crap, just a second, there's a giganto ant on my wall.
Anyway, one thing I forgot to mention when talking to both you and here, so I'll mention it now, seeing it's kind of before Help Me, was Sakura's dance cover of Waka Tika Tika Chance.